So how is it that highly intelligent, switched on people are experiencing such a level of trauma and fear? What is sort of the science behind OCD?
It's not completely clear. There are systems in our brain that are designed to prepare us for an emergency. So the system that I focus most on is called the amygdala. That portion of our brain doesn't contain a lot of thinking. That location is responsible for a lot of very basic functioning: hunger, sleep cycles, and also emergency systems, if we're in danger. My belief is that this portion of the brain has a malfunctioning, misfiring mechanism going on. This basic portion of the brain is sending a signal that the thinking portion of the brain becomes aware of. And I think that the brain doesn't like to feel like we're about to die without having an association as to where from. And so the brain spontaneously pairs this emergency signal with these thoughts, and it infuses a completely authentic experience of danger. So, if there was a poisonous snake running around the floor, you and I would have a very natural physiological reaction of terror, and we would think, well, get rid of the snake and we'll calm down. So with OCD, the sufferers then react in the most basic and instinctual way, which is get rid of the danger. Mm-hmm. So that might involve, for the classic subset of OCD, if I touch a doorknob that might have AIDS on it, washing, and for the Puro, to prove that I'm not capable of harming someone, mm-hmm. to try to maybe ask other people whether or not they see me as dangerous, to look up online, what are the qualities of a murderer. Mm-hmm. And after a time, it's not really clear whether the anxiety comes first and then the thought follows, or whether the thought comes first and then that proceeds by triggering the anxiety response. I think over time it really becomes a chicken and the egg question.
Mm-hmm. So is OCD a mental illness?
Many of my patients speak about themselves as if they have a mental illness, and I often correct them and say, OCD is an anxiety disorder. Most humans experience anxiety at some point in their life. And if you look at all the different forms of anxiety disorders, and OCD is just the sort of the top of the pyramid of complexities of the different types of anxiety disorders. Patients with OCD find it very difficult to disclose their condition to loved ones or friends because it's often misunderstood. And to say, hey, I have thoughts about molesting children or harming you, people can misconstrue that. I reserve the term mental illness for things that are much more severe, like psychosis, schizophrenia, hallucinations, bipolar disorders. I see those as being much more of a severe form of mental illness or disruption.